Hi, Weber. So I take this opportunity to talk little about our young Quanto Weber. Now he was a caterpillar. He's a complete butterfly, blooming in all the colors, and yeah, he is a very young entrepreneur. You can't believe it. He is a young managing director. He's a joint managing director with Akash Group. He's also now, Akash Group is a construction organization in Moradabad, and he resides in Moradabad. And he is all across India and abroad these days with the help of Contra Life. Definitely, he is the young star of. He's a hero of Contra Life. He's also having deep interest into filmmaking. He's an aspirant filmmaker. He started his journey in Quantum Life from 2 years ago from DYC. In this 2 years, he has evolved in a beautiful way. He is now a DYC coach, and he is helping many other people to come up and become a potential to find the unique potential as he has found his. And he's recently with many of us participated in word transformation event where he talked about his unique talent, share the journey of how he was been able to liberate his brother and Nana, and now helping others for the same. So he is a harbinger of liberation as well. So all over to you, Weber. Please take us through this journey and help us meet the other budding Quanto. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Didi, for the beautiful introduction. And thank you, everyone, for being here with me tonight. And I like to express my gratitude to this amazing vibrational field, Quanto Life, and to my gurus, Shiva and Mansi, and to all my mentors here, my coaches, and all my fellow Quantos, especially. Uh, this program, Journey to Miracles, is like it's my homecoming tonight. I was here last year. I was being interviewed by Nanan, by Rashi Didi only, and she set the stage for me. At that time, I was just out from my cocoon, and I was just exploring the world. And tonight, I am here to set the stage for another hero. Uh, I want to there are a lot of things that I want to say about my journey, and that I'll go along with Kshitij, and you will be exploring both of us journey together as we share a very beautiful bond. Me and Kshitij. Here he is. He's our miracle boy. Kshitij Johari is our head of knowledge circle of Quanto Life, and he's an amazing person. I coached him in his first DYC, and that was my first DYC as the coach. And I got the opportunity to interview him tonight. I welcome Kshitij on the stage of Journey to Miracles. Hi, Kshitij.
Hello, good evening, everybody. It is such a pleasure to be in such a great company. And all of us are right now part of the quantum vibrational field. I would first like to acknowledge each and everybody who had taken out their time to come over here to attend our stories and our journey to miracles. And we really hope all the six speakers tonight, we have all gone through a similar journey. We are all on a different journey, but we are all having similar kind of breakthroughs. And this has been such a wonderful 6 months for me over here with Quanto Life, becoming part of Quanto Life community. And one of the best things which happened with Quanto Life was that my first ever Dissolve Your Conflict program coach has been Vaibhav Agarwal, who is quite younger to me, but he has his own experience of life, which I salute. There are so many accomplishments that he has made in the worldly life and also as part of Quanto Life. Uh, One of the most recent achievements of Vaibhav Agarwal was becoming a speaker on the World Transformation Day event, which happened this month. something which Suchishmita ji has been mentioning for so many times. It has been a very transformational event. And while I will share my story, first I would like to acknowledge uh, and share that this program has been such a next step builder for both of us. So Vaibhav did a speech on how he became a man from a boy, and similarly, I also was part of this program where I was talking about effective philanthropy by business families. Uh, Over here, I would like to share Vaibhav is from a is part of a family-owned business, and he is the third generation uh, family business owner. And it has been such a delightful time to have interacted with him. Uh, Over to you, Vaibhav. Uh, let's go on a journey together for the next few minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. That was so kind of you. Okay. So I think I can't wait, to relive all those, the magical, the miracles that you have been through. As I introduced you as the miracle boy of Conto Life, that's true because since you have joined DYC and since your journey is being like in Conto Life, you have been through many miracles, and we like to hear some of them. We'll talk about some of them, and uh, everyone here will be like reliving those moments with you as we'll go through them. So I'll start with asking you. Let's start with the issue of yours that you had about smelly hands and how you were able to dissolve it.
So today I would like to share this incident which has been such a life transforming for me. Uh, so I would first like to say that I have been part of 8 consecutive Quanto Life programs which are similar to Dissolve Your Conflict program. All of them are 9 days, which happen every night, 9 o'clock to 10:30. I have been part of so many different programs because I got this breakthrough of my life in the first DYC program that was in November 2021. Uh, I will just share my life story and then I will come to that point where that miracle happened. When we are part of the world, when we enter the coaching and healing world, we understand miracles, we understand synchronicities. But when we are part of the, when we are yet unaware of what is happening on the other side of the worldly life, the day-to-day life that we live, the corporate life, the employee life, the entrepreneur life, we realize that so many people are going through uh, self-doubt, self-sabotage, and just cursing themselves so much and not moving ahead simply because whatever the universe is bringing toward us in that life, we just dismiss it off as just a coincidence. But my journey into coaching began 18 months ago. I experienced a lot of shift, but the way what I would call a miracle is what I'm going to describe now. So I'm Kshitij. I live in Mumbai along with my parents and my wife. Uh, when I was a small kid, my mother was had paralysis and she was confined to bed for almost 7 years, and then she passed away. Uh, and a couple of years later, my father remarried, uh, and I have a sister who is well settled. She lives in Bangalore. Uh, she is 7 years elder to me, uh, and when I'm sharing this aspect of my mother's death during my childhood. Uh, So there are certain days which we remember in our lives. So for Americans, they will remember 9/11. For Mumbaikars, they will remember the Taj 11, Taj attacks. But we all go through some days in life which we think we will remember, which we don't want to forget. So similarly, such a day for me was the day of my mother's death. So what happened that day? It was summer vacations in Delhi where I was in school, and I woke up in the morning. I was woken up in the morning, and my grandmother gave me three big juicy mangoes, and she said, "क्षितिज ये आज का नाश्ता है तेरे लिए." And I said, "What a lucky day!" And I just went out and had those three mangoes so early, 8 o'clock in the morning, on in a very hot summer vacation, the schoolboy. So I remember my sister coming in and telling me, uh, "Kshitij, our mother has passed away." And whatever happened that day, all the people who came in, all the activities and all the rituals and everything what happened is something which I remember. But what happened in DYC? So basically, when we enter a program of Quanto Life called as a Dissolve Your Conflict, we come in with a certain motive. And during that time, I had just freshly started my own business coaching company along with my father. Uh, and I was feeling stuck, and there were a lot of things going on in my mind. I was very irritated. Uh, I was feeling stuck as an entrepreneur, but I misinterpreted all my feelings as a conflict with my father. And when I came to this program, Dissolve Your Conflict, I really wanted to dissolve my conflict with my father. But as Vaibhavji guided me day by day, Nitikaji took us through the practices. Uh, so many different participants were opening up with their stories. There was a moment in the program that uh, another participant was uh, who is here today with us also in this session. She was narrating the death of her husband, and during that time something clicked inside me. There is some change which happened inside me, and I burst out crying. I'm 38 years old. I was sitting in my office. I cried for 1 hour there. I came back home at night, 12 o'clock. I was crying for 1 hour more. 2 hours I cried and cried and cried just because I heard somebody saying something during this program. And after crying for 2 hours, I went off to sleep. When I woke up in the morning, I just realized one thing, that the previous night we had done the invocation of Kalima, and I was actually in the morning. I was actually coming to the state that okay, just waking up uh, to be saying uh, in a very different mood as never ever before in my life. I realized something had changed. What had changed? I so during the invocation, I remembered my childhood, the day of my mother's death, and I realized that the one moment which was not in my conscious memory but was in my subconscious memory came out from my subconscious to my conscious memory, and that moment was my grandmother had come and given me the three mangoes. I had eaten them. My sister had come in and told me, "Kshitij, our mother has passed away." But before she had said that, she had also said one sentence, "Kshitij, ja haath dho ke aa." Now, how is this something so life changing? Because I realized while my mother had passed away in my childhood, just a couple of years ago, just a year before pandemic started, I had received an uh, an inheritance from my mother's side, from my Nanaji. And while I was signing the papers there in my ancestral for the sale of the ancestral property, I had expressed gratitude to my Nanaji that time. I had not said thank you, mummy. But maybe few days after that event, which was in a different city, I was sitting in office. One of my female colleagues, her name was Gauri. She just remarked, "Kshitij, तेरे हाथ से smell आ रही है." But when that thing had happened, from that day onward, for almost a period of 3 years, I had to actually go out and literally wash my hands 4 or 5 times with soap and water. And I started carrying a Dettol hand sanitizer a year before pandemic along with me 24/7. I was suffering from smelly hands. But the moment in the on that day, the next day in the morning at the program of the DYC, the smell has vanished. From that day onward, my quality of life has improved so much that I don't have to stress about what I want to eat, where I want to eat, how many times will I have to wash my hand, how many times will I have to use a sanitizer. So in medical terms, we call this OCD. In day-to-day language, we say this is a smelly hand, but it was really affecting my quality of life. Now, what happened? What was what was the miracle which happened in DYC? Somebody said something. It triggered something from my subconscious to my conscious. There was an invocation of Kalima to whom I offered something. She took away my medical issue. She took away my medical issue. The exercise, when I shared this experience the next day in device, the exercise which was told me, Kshitij, begin an exercise of being in gratitude to your late mother. And since that day, I am so much more free in my heart, in my head, for my sister, for my late mother, for my father, for my current mother, for, and also my late grandmother. I would also want to take this opportunity over here to share that the word death has been a very, very influential word in my life. So next year after my mother's death, my grandfather passed away. Just a few weeks ago, last month, uh, my grandmother passed away at the age of 94. When my grandmother passed away, me and my father were away in uh, at a book launch event, and when I came back, I was enjoying that event, and suddenly I read a message from my wife. Dadi uh, is not responding. Please come back home. But by the time we reached home, 1.5 hours later, there was so many synchronicities. There was so many miracles which had happened. All those who wanted to come in on that day to the funeral made it. Everybody who was taking a flight came on time. Everybody who was wanted to come landed up there. Each and everything over the next 4 days was such a blessed atmosphere. Everything was happening easily. We needed food, it came in. We needed a place for so many guests to stay, it was available. We wanted to organize an event, it was done. घर में कुछ सामान चाहिए, so many neighbors and everybody was running around for us. Me and my father and mother and my wife, those 4 days went by. We we had such a feeling of a blessed atmosphere that was. My grandmother passed away at the age of 94, and I really appreciate that whatever happened in the 4 days was simply because of the of the effects of the quantum vibrational field. the quantum vibrational field.
So that's all we call synchronicity in Conto life. As we move further, like we keep on evolving, we experience these shifts, and we observe and we experience these synchronicity in our day to day life. That's so true, and I want to say like it takes a lot of courage to accept your reality, and you were so authentic, and your sharing was really beautiful, Kshitij. And I would like to move further on this moment at this moment, and I want to ask you to share about the biggest miracle that I have seen in my Conto life journey is like your conflict with the female gender, and how it all evolved, and it transformed into a beautiful relationship with you of you and your wife, from such a point where like it was like a very difficult relationship, right, between you and your wife, and you were able to dissolve those conflicts, and in such a short time with such dedication. I want to hear about that story, uh, and emphasizing on your relationship with your wife. And I just want to remind you, like we just have like about 7 more minutes to go, so it's okay, you can be authentic, but I just want you to keep that in mind. So all yours.
Uh, so as I had shared earlier, I was I have been part of almost 6 to 7 quantum life programs continuously.
Sorry to interrupt you, Kshitij. I would request you to, like you have always, included your whole family into Quanto Life, into DYC. I would like you to involve them tonight as well. I want your family to be with you, like they are always there with you. So there is this like behind the curtain scene. The first thing, the best thing I see in this Conto life is the whole family. How Kshitij has able to include his whole family with him, and they all take part together in most of the workshops, and that's how they are together.
So I would like to share that me and my father were part of the program Money Wisdom. Then me and my father were part of the DYC program, which we used to do from office. Me, my wife, and mother were part of a program called as Reclaim Your Soul. Uh, all four of us were part of a program named as Dissolve Your Conflict, the second batch that I did. Uh, we also, I personally attended the tarot session by Quantomancy, learning tarot. And then moving on, there was a program named as Dissolve Your Karma, and it was aptly in the month of February. And because of so many different things which came up, I really wanted my wife to be there, part of this so very effective workshop. So I gifted my wife a program named as Dissolve Your Karma. I gifted my current wife, my this life wife, a program named as Dissolve Your Karma. And this was so much a life changing event for both of us.
So let's
Emma
quickly,
did share
yeah.
there was a difficult relationship, but on the day of 14th February, me and my wife were able to engage in discussion where we we were able to reach out to each other, wherein as the discussion, as I woke up on 14th February, I just invoked the quantum vibrational field by saying the word quanto thrice as soon as I woke up in the morning, and it changed my entire day and my life from that day onward. Dissolve Your Karma program made the past life reading which came up by our very qualified and talented and psychic past life reader Preeti ji, who is also here right now. I simply want to share that me and my wife experienced a reading together where many thousands of years ago we both had eloped. We both ran away from our respective homes and we lost each other in a forest. and then we met each other in that life after a few years when we were both old. I realized the day I met my wife, the to be wife, Divya, for I just felt there was some soul connection. And she always used to say कि soulmate word क्या होता है? How do you define soulmate? इस लाइफ में तो इतना झगड़ा करते हो, इस लाइफ में तो इतना प्यार करते हो, सातवीं लाइफ है हमारी कि छठी लाइफ है कि पहली लाइफ है? चलो अगर बोल रहे हो सोलमेट है तो अगली लाइफ में जेंडर एक्सचेंज करके मिलेंगे दोबारा. And this was such a thing. It was so commonly known, and I would really want to say that quantum vibrational field and the various concepts and the various processes and the various learnings and the insight which come up have literally changed my entire family's life.
Kshitij, would you like to share how, from your first workshop to the other workshops, you were able to find out that you have this issues with the opposite gender,
Yes.
and because of what, because of that,
Uh,
yeah.
so also as part of one program there was uh, so as part of the Dissolve Your Conflict program, the second batch that I attended. So normally there is a holiday given in the beach in the middle of the batch, and on that batch there was a specific session by Quanto Mantiji on astro styling. The invocation that day was basic was done by her. During the entire session, we were discussing clothes and styling and shoes and ties and colors and everything. But I realized when I did the invocation and the synthesis process that night, I just had images of women, 30, 40 different images of women in a sari in different situations across my entire life. And I realized there is something which is happening. There is a concept across my different jobs. I had issues with my female reporting managers. Uh, uh, I had an issue with my not a very good relationship with so many different females in my life. But I realized something came up over here, and the advice which was given to me by my Dissolve Your Conflict coach in that batch, Atinji, she messaged me on WhatsApp, Kshitij, you should gift a sari. And I replied back to him, 2 घंटे पहले मैं यही सोच चुका हूँ. I have already decided I will do this. And I ended up gifting my gifting my wife of 12 years a sari for the first time. 12 साल में पहली बार मैंने मेरी वाइफ को साड़ी गिफ्ट करी. I gave a sari to my mother. I couriered a sari to my sister. And this was, why did that happen? Because this was basically a kind of a karmic debt which I had to repay, and I became aware of it. And when I did this activity once, it also led me to the next level in my relationship with each and every female in my life, each and every person of a female gender in my life. One of the biggest programs, one of the most breakthrough filled programs which we are doing here in the entire year at Ponto Life is Ardnarishwar. I I had made up my mind that I will attend Ardnarishwar. The moment it was announced, I continued attend. I began this program and continued for 9 consecutive days. The next night after my grandmother passed away, I had relatives at home. I had guests at home. There were so many different things. But since all our programs happen at 9 a.m. onward, 9 p.m. onward, I took the liberty and I've moved on to the next level personally with my family and with my business. I would like to just share a couple of more sentences. I would like to share that uh,
Okay,
uh,
this is the picture of Divya and Kshitij. And so it's a very cute moment that we captured in our Konto Mumbai meet. And yeah, so I wanted Sorry, Kshitij, you are not knowing about it. It was our team plan to give you this. Like it's a small gesture that our team wanted to give you and your wife from Quantum Life team.
I
We
would
have seen you guys evolve from like first workshop to like to this day, guys. You guys have done a great job. And tonight only I read this post. It was written, the true love is never giving up. And you guys have shown this to the universe, to the world. Congratulations, guys.
I
And
would just like to take a couple of sentences more.
definitely.
Uh, I had started my business coaching company. I was feeling stuck, and then I entered Quanto Life. And I would also like to share Quanto Life, our Quanto gurus Shivo, Quanto Guru Mansi, Quanto coaches, Quanto mentors, Quanto fellow Quantos, and the guests who enter every program of Quanto Life. I would like to express gratitude to each and everybody. I would like to share that Quanto Life processes help us discover our soul purpose. We see so many things about purpose, business purpose, or life purpose. I would like to say Quanto Life helps us discover our soul purpose. On the path of on going beyond the Arnarisha program and the World Transformation Day, so many insights have come up that I'm dedicating my life now onward to being in the to become a business legacy coach where I will help solopreneurs, salaried professionals, and business owners and family business owners to embark on a path of building a legacy driven enterprise from wherever they are. Everybody has a unique potential and everybody can explore it. The only way to move ahead is we go ahead and create value. This is the number one mantra of Quanto Life. Once we are in the field and we create value, our life transforms.
As the universe is expanding and evolving, we should also do the same, right? Okay, so that was
Thanks
amazing.
a lot to everybody. I may have taken a few minutes more, but I was talking from my heart and it has been, I would like to once again express gratitude to the Quantum Vibrational field. Thank you.
I can feel you, bro. I can feel you. And you were awesome. You rocked it. Congratulations. Thank you for being here, Kshitij. Thank you for taking us through your magical and miraculous journey. Thank you, everyone, for having me here.